Get ready to find out what happens when you put a bunch of delicious stuff inside a flank steak. I think you could make the general argument that food, great. Food stuffed with something, even greater. We're taking a flank steak and we're putting in sauteed shiitake mushrooms, sauteed red onions, goat cheese that has been influenced by the scent of truffle, and spinach, and rolling it up, and grilling it, and finishing it, and it's gonna be fantastic. We're gonna get to the flank in a second. First, we're gonna get our vegetables going. Mushrooms, onions, let's go. First up, our mushrooms, avocado oil, chosen of course. Our shiitakes go in. They shrink down a lot. And if I have any extra, they're going in my breakfast in the morning. Let those start to soften. Then right in the middle, a little more oil, sliced red onion. We let this start to soften as well. Each will get a little stir, just so they're all getting a little bit of the oil. And we'll just watch them. It's not gonna take too long. Mushrooms a little longer than the onions. We don't need to melt them down to nothing, but we want both nicely softened. Onions are very close to coming off. The onions get a little splash of vermouth with the lid. Lovely, that's gonna do amazing things. We'll let that sit there for a second. And after about 30 seconds, lid comes off. They smell tremendous. We'll take them off so they can start to cool. We don't wanna stuff the flank with super hot stuff. And now the mushrooms. Little splash of oil, a little hit of garlic. Let it start to get fragrant. In about 30-45 seconds, we can mix. And add the one thing that will make them truly tremendous. A little whack of butter. Mix this in. Wow. Great smells here, folks, great smells. These guys are done. We'll pull the mushrooms off, let them start to cool, but the pan will come back, get a touch of oil, and then a big handful of spinach that over the next minute will wilt down just nicely to go in the flank. Just a light wilt. We're not turning this into cream spinach, which by the way I love. There you go, that's enough. And here we are. There it is. It's a beautiful flank steak. This guy's about 2¼ pounds. For me, the ideal flank steak for stuffing is one of relatively even thickness. You're never gonna get it perfect. You can see it gets a little thinner down here. This is kind of nice all the way, but that's what you want. But now here's the important part. You must cut it along the side with the grain running back and forth. You cut with the grain in this case, which is, you know, not what we say. If we were serving this, you would take it and you would cut across the grain. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna open it up, stuff it, close it, then roll it back up again into a log that will have this grain. So when then we cut it after, we wanna be cutting against the grain. Don't open a flank from the bottom. Nope. From the side, the long side, and you'll be fine. So let's try this, shall we? Using a sharp knife, your hand to keep everything steady, insert the blade into the flank as parallel to the board as you can and begin to cut. Come all the way down and see what you've got. Now as you start to open it up, you'll see you've made this beautiful big pocket right here. It's like a mouth. I want to eat you. But we have to open it up more like a book. So we'll come up to the top, we'll make more cuts here. I'm telling you right now, this is never a perfect thing to do unless you're like Willie the Butcher, and then maybe you got your skills way down. So just take your time. I can see I've already got a little rip down here at the bottom, but that's all right. Watch, This is all we're doing. We're cutting through. We're cutting through. We're cutting through. Opening. Opening. See? I told you it wouldn't be perfect. I'm going to end up with this here. And that's okay, because here's what's going to happen. I'm going to spread my guy out a little bit more. Could deal with this. But now watch. Get that piece of fat off. Now I'm going to take a piece of saran or cling film or cling wrap or whatever the shit's called. I never know. Another little piece here. And then using a gift, the flat side, not the pointy side, I'm going to flatten our guy out a little bit more. I'll admit, I'm used to doing this with a bottle of wine or something. It's much easier with the right tool. What do they say? Right tool for the job or something? And when you think you have it where you want it, you look at it and be happy. Smile. Because this is going to be fucking great. Now we get to stuff it. Look, you could use almost any cheese in this that you want. Of course, some bring more flavor than others. We've done this before. I'm using a little pack?
A chub.
Chub. I'm using a little chub, a 5.4 ounce chub of truffle goat cheese. You either like truffle or you don't. If you don't, but you like goat cheese, buy goat cheese like this. Or buy the herb garlic goat cheese like this. Or use cream cheese. Or use slices of provolone. This is going to work well for me. The idea that I've got the creamy of the goat cheese, but with the truffle and the steak, that's a beautiful combination. So let's lay some of this down and then start to add to it. So I just want a nice coating all the way across this guy. Easiest way to do it, I'm finding, is just let it flake. Or break it up with your hands like this. Spread it out evenly. It's going to melt in here, so to worry. I'm getting that truffle smell right here. And honestly, I've really done like nothing else to this thing. All right, next up, everything else. Next up, shiitakes. Is this beautiful or what? The onions. And finally, the spinach. I think we're there. Okay, next, a little seasoning. We're definitely seasoning the outside, but right now this will get just some salt and pepper. And now we roll. Here's what we're gonna do. Just like a Cuban cigar roller. Nice and tight. All the way. Wow, that's quite a roll. And now we tie. All right, so we're gonna take a piece of string. And we're gonna tie just like this. Do this for you. And the easy way to do it is just make like 3 or 4 loops. 1, 2, 3. And then when you pull tight, it stays. You don't have to worry about putting a finger there. You knot, and you cut off. And repeat. I can see my rip is gonna be bringing me fricking grief. Well, it seems to be the theme of this show. Great food, never done easy. And the last one, we'll do so you can watch and see how this debacle is going to turn out. I can promise you one thing. What's happening here with flavors is going to be fantastic. What's happening here with the shape is something else. All right, we're there. Should we roll it over and see what's happened? This side looks all right. I think I can deal with this. I really think I can deal with this. All right, just let me give it a little wipey wipe. right here. And then we do this. And then the kid gets a little oil on both sides and a good dose of our seasoning. Turn them. This is going to be the problem side. There's always a problem side. I have 3 sons. One's a problem son.
Which one's that?
You. Well, that seems to be it. I'm actually going to go to the bathroom. Maybe you didn't need to know that. Then we're going on the grill. Set up for 2-stage grilling. Hot side, not hot side, direct heat, not direct heat. Sear it around, let it finish, take it off, do things to it, eat it, go home, watch Billions, have a cocktail. Day's almost over. So we take our chubby little stuffed friend and we put him, I'm guessing it's a him, right on the grill, and we're looking for color here. We're not looking to cook, we're looking to give it a good sear, get some pretty marks on this. Let's see how we're doing here. Yep. What do we got? We got sticking, but we're gonna be okay. It's round, but we'll make it like it's got actual sides on it. Color it up all the way around. Okay, look, I'm losing a couple mushrooms, the odd onion, a little bit of truffle goat cheese, but I'm telling you, in the end, we're all gonna be very happy. Especially those of us who get to eat this. Now we just move our chubby little friend to the indirect side and close the lid.
5 minutes later.
And there we are. Look at our little buddy. Look at our little buddy. One thing left to do when we get him off. And here we are. Hi, buddy. Get a load of this guy. I like looking right there at that part. That's gorgeous. But we don't want to cut like that. We want to cut across. Remember, we put the pocket in a certain way so that when we cut them, we'd be cutting against the grain, and that's always the right thing to do. The way I like to do this is you cut in between the strings. Like this, those are your little portions, right? Makes it nice and easy. So we shall. Right here, our first cut. How's it look?
Perfect.
It's pretty, isn't it?
Fucking perfect.
Who wouldn't want to be served that? Maxie, I'm gonna finish, right? I mean, these are just like beautiful, medium rare, lovely, and gorgeous. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. Do you see what's happened here? Do you see how amazing this is? And all I really want is a bite. Max, let's have a bite. But now I get to have some. And I think I'm just gonna cut myself a bite, right? Is that the right thing, Max?
Yeah.
I don't really know how to do this. Oh, God. God. It's a mess. Probably a fork would be a good thing, but look at the layers in here. It's about the least elegant thing I could be doing right now, eating with my hands, but so here's the first thing. The goat cheese and the truffle are unbelievable with the steak. Unbelievable. But the whole thing is just this tremendous level of, we say moisture anymore? Is that still a word?
I'll allow it.
Moisture because of the vegetables on the inside. Mushrooms, the spinach, so good. Would you make this? I would certainly make it again. And when these two lads have it, they will be asking for it to be made again. And let your imagination go. Put anything you want. Remember the bacon jam?
Fuck yeah.
The bacon onion jam, that could have gone in this. It would have been good. All right. Thanks for hanging, watching, subscribing, liking, telling your friends. And a brief commercial if you're waiting for a knife, if you're waiting for some merchandise. Everything we can do, we are doing. Shirts are just, COVID has just sent a shockwave through the entire world of shipping products, and we're trying to get them to you as fast as we can. Promise. Right?
Right?
Chance?
Right?
Somebody say promise.
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 There you go. From all of us, we promise. See ya. I'm eating more.